You know, sometimes it feels like life really gives you the raw deal. So give yourself some raw comfort in the form of edible cookie dough from Dope. Dope is committed to reducing the stigmas around mental health and addiction recovery while making the world a little sweeter one spoonful at a time. They've got flavors ranging from classics like chocolate chip and snickerdoodle to crazy concoctions like brownie batter and Nutella banana. Plus, they donate a portion of every sale to the She Recovers Foundation, a nonprofit charity with a mission to connect, support, and empower women in or seeking recovery. Just head on over to dope.com, DOUGHP.com. Put together a killer sample pack and use the code TBL05 to get $5 off your order at checkout. You'll also get free shipping nationwide. So grab some Dope today and get ready to lick that spoon clean. Real quick, I want to shout out to Kate Quigley, who is a hilarious fucking comedian based out in LA. She is in the hospital.
OD'd.
Was that what it was?
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
2 other people died.
Yeah. Well, right now, her family and the doctors are asking that people stop trying to come see her and stop calling to try and talk to the family because they're so inundated with COVID cases already that they're really swamped, and then trying to take care of her as well.
Where's she at right now?
Which hospital? Or just, I think she's out in LA.
Yeah, because she's from Ohio.
Yeah. She's out in Los Angeles right now. That's where she's been there for a few years now. But
she's funny.
Yeah, she's really funny. Where was she from? I forget where she was from. Was it?
No idea where. I know she's from Ohio.
Yeah, I remember. But my friend Jen knows her. She's out in LA. She was telling me about it. And
she's everybody knows her out there.
Oh yeah, my friend Jen's a comedian out there. She's just met her at the store. But
Kate's funny.
Kate's really funny, and we're hoping she pulls through this. Obviously, it's looking really rough right now, but
I think they said she is going to pull through.
Did they?
I think. Last time I heard on Twitter was 2 other people died or 3 other people died.
Right.
It was laced with fentanyl.
Is that what it was? Fuck.
I don't know if that's all accurate, but that's what I read on Twitter. So
I had just heard she was in the hospital. I didn't want to be going around going, what happened? Yeah. Trying to, but they are saying like right now, like just the hospital is so swamped because they just everyone to plead because people have been calling and trying to show up and go see her, and they're trying to tell everyone like, don't right now.
I actually met her.
Really?
Yeah, she's really nice. She did she was at this comedy festival I was at. I was on the competition part, and I got to see her. I talked to her for like a split second. She was a nice person.
Yeah.
She wouldn't remember who I was or anything, but
yeah. But yeah, so we're thinking of Kate and just, hoping she gets through this quick. Welcome to the Basement Lounge Podcast with your hosts Mike Shea and Mike Wells. Sit back, grab a drink, relax. Let's see where the time takes us. Enjoy. If you haven't voted to ban assault weapons, but you voted to ban abortion, you are not pro-life.
Yeah, it's like I don't fucking the abortion ban. It's like
this Texas shit's a fucking mess.
Texas, God.
I found this article, so I guess like a lot of companies are kind of pushing back.
They should. I did a fucking tweet. I thought it was genius. It's not getting any love. I got to pull it back up. Power on my phone again.
See if I can find the article. Go ahead. I'm listening.
No, I got to fucking... Just the whole Texas abortion thing is like... I'll pull this up if I can find it.
Yeah, you're good. So this is from The Hill. So Match and Bumble are both based out of Texas. So they are setting up relief funds to anybody affected by the law. And then Uber and Lyft have said that because like if you drive someone to get an abortion,
you can technically get
yeah. So Uber and Lyft said they will cover any and all legal fees.
Good.
If that's what someone picks them up for.
Well, not only that, like there's an abortion bounty.
Yeah.
Well, GoDaddy pulled it, but then I guess TikTokers were fucking spamming it with memes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I read.
I heard, they dropped GoDaddy dropped an abortion tracking website that was launched to help enforce the 6-week abortion ban, saying it violated the firm's terms of service. The anti-abortion activists moved the site to another web hosting company, Epic, which promptly shut it down as well.
Good.
Yeah, that's so, because it was almost like a $10,000 reward.
Some shit like that. It was just like, this is it. Texas is keeping the anti-abortion bill to make up for all the people they lost in their anti-federal power grid this past winter.
That's fucking funny.
3 likes.
Oh, what? Meanwhile, Mark Hamill tweets his name. And
Dude, I bet it's Mark fucking Hamill.
Well, it was a bet too. Somebody was like, Mark Hamill could just tweet his name and would get thousands of likes and retweets. So he retweeted it with just Mark Hamill, and it got like
Pull it up.
like 7,000, I think, like in the first couple of minutes.
Let me see. I gotta pull it because the Mark Hamill thing. Because it was just some random person that said it.
Yeah, it was just some random guy. Well, because he tagged him in it, so he saw it. Yeah.
I remember Mark Hamill followed me for like a day.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah. It was a part of a contest, but it was only supposed to follow one person by how he worded it.
Oh,
he had
really?
to follow yeah, it was weird, but he followed everybody for a day though. It was cool.
Let's see. Dell Computers is because they're based out of a lot of Texas companies are speaking out about it. Dell CEO was really pissed. Let's see. I think that's kind of the big. Oh, just the fact that like, yeah, it's a fucking, you keep seeing all the memes likening it back to like The Handmaid's Tale, which is super fucking accurate.
I've never watched that show.
I know the premise of it. I haven't watched it.
What is the premise?
It's basically like this future dystopian society where men are completely like 100% run everything, and women are basically just living in a slave state.
Oh, okay.
It's fucked. It's super fucked.
Greg Abbott is the manifestation of all the babies prevented by Plan B.
Fucking Greg Abbott.
Almost. Gotta find this other one. There's another good one I liked. I was just like, I really wanted that fucking Power Grid one to work so good, but
that's funny. Shame on you people for not liking that tweet.
I know. I thought it was good.
Let's see.
I do like this, and this is not. Sometimes I watch the movie Fight Club and think they have the same first 2 rules of being molested. You don't talk about it.
Somebody said, write 4 words every girl wants to hear whispered in her ear. I said Texas is the worst.
Texas is the worst.
Texas is the worst.
That's good.
Did you see Jen Psaki shutting down the reporter about the abortion ban?
No.
Somebody, I think I can hook my phone up to the thing so you can hear it. But this reporter just keeps going after her and going after Biden about opposing speaking out against Texas's abortion ban. And I don't know who the reporter was for, but you can tell it was like very
pro-life. Or Fox.
Yeah, it was probably Fox. I wouldn't be shocked.
Here's one. I want a modern day rom-com where an anti-vaxxer and a vaxxer hook up, get pregnant, and have to have an abortion in Texas. We can call it Weekend at Greg Abbott's.
Here we go. Here's the Jen Psaki video.
Following up on the Texas law, why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
Well, he believes that it's a woman's right, it's a woman's body, and it's her choice.
Why does the president, who does he believe then should look out for the unborn child?
He believes that it's up to a woman to make those decisions, and up to a woman to make those decisions with her doctor. I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there who have faced those choices, this is an incredibly difficult thing. The president believes their rights should be respected. Go ahead. I think we got to move on. I think we have to move on. You've had plenty of time today. Go ahead.
Oh, damn. You've never...
She shut him the fuck down. Yeah. That was a fuck around and find out kind of thing.
I saw a meme that said scientific method, fuck around, find out.
That's good. I wish I had known that when I was teaching. That's fucking funny.
Yeah, the abortion man's so fucked up.
It's I remember there was a time where fucks like that never would have had the balls to speak out about, to speak the way they do online and in politics. And ever since fuckface was president, they have like this new revived sense of whatever, I'm going to do what I want, consequences be damned kind of thing. It just, yeah.
I wish he was
COVID should have got him.
COVID fucking should have destroyed him.
Got him.
Texas, I don't know. Texas is, it's just so like, not, people don't realize, a lot of people don't even know they're pregnant.
Yeah.
Before 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Even after.
Yeah. It usually takes at least that long, because anything before that, like if you take a test or something, I think it's anything before 6 weeks. I think they said like it's a lot of false positives and a lot of, you just don't know.
Well, not only that, like I want to know what Republican bought stock and hangers in a Texas company. Jesus Christ. That's what I want to fucking know, because somebody fucking did that shit.
Yeah.
No, it's just all bullshit. Like, it's a woman's choice. Like, who gives it? Like,
yeah.
Well, and the irony is, like, if they truly cared about children,
yeah,
there would be no children to adopt in Texas.
It's I liken it back to when Mayor Pete was running for president, and he was doing that town hall with Chris Wallace, and he was asking him about the late term abortions. Did you ever hear what Buttigieg said about that?
No.
He basically said, he's like, when you look at these late term abortions that are, 7 months, whatever, into the pregnancy, he's like, you have to realize if a woman has kept the baby that long, that means she has planned on having this baby. She probably has a name picked out, probably has a nursery built, probably has bought clothes and is ready to have this baby. And now some kind of awful, terrible news has come along where she is forced to have to terminate this pregnancy that she wants to have, or this baby that she wants to have probably. Can you imagine how hard of a decision that has to be that far into it? Like, it's not like that's not I'm going to go just, it's like she planned on having the baby if she's that far into it.
Exactly.
So for and it was just like, for us to sit here and grandstand that she shouldn't be doing that when odds are she doesn't want to do it in the first place. Odds are if she's doing it, it's because she's choosing between having a baby and dying, or the baby dying in childbirth. Like, it's an incomprehensible thing, and we shouldn't be just passing blanket laws that could get a lot of women killed, either by having to go through with potentially dangerous pregnancies, or who are going to go back to the back alley abortion days.
Yeah. That
are really unsafe. And
hypothetically, I've always thought this in my head. Mm-hmm. This is how crazy I am. A kid, if you want to have an abortion, you can't have an abortion. Say that kid is not, what's the likelihood of that kid turning out with loving parent? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just if that person really doesn't want to have that kid, mm-hmm. that kid could be in the foster system, that kid be thrown up for adoption, that kid could be not loved by their own parents, and where they fucking just become fucked up. You see what I'm saying? I don't know.
There's a quote from John Oliver. I'm going to pull it up here, where he talks about basically the idea of, life starting at conception is what a lot of these Republicans believe, and then versus a lot of these. And basically, I think what he said was, what it's shown is that conservatives seem to believe that life starts at conception, ends just before a sexual assault happens, and then starts again after the sexual assault has happened.
Yeah.
Because in that time where a woman's or anyone is being sexually assaulted, that doesn't exist.
Yeah. Well, your Abbott said today that they were going to stop future rapists. How is that possible?
How?
You fucking watch too much Minority Report.
No.
And we all know how that ended up.
Yeah.
He literally said, stop future rapists. You're going to stop Republicans? I don't.
You're going to stop Republicans and NFL players, really?
Yeah.
It's come at me on Twitter. It's fine. It feels like such a huge step backwards.
Oh, Texas is.
I know it's Texas.
To be fair, they have their own power grid that's also way.
That's That's what it is. They're not up on the times because they have a shitty power grid, so they don't get the news as much.
They're the Amish.
They're like Amish light.
Not even like AR-15s can get abortions and they love AR-15s. No, Texas is completely fucked up. That's a woman's right.
I think
woman's choice.
I posted the other day. I was like, can we just give Texas back to Mexico?
Yeah, no shit.
We're done with it. We've had enough. It's
Well,
fine.
surprising thing is Mexico made it said something about abortion laws today.
Did they really? Like
Yeah.
in line with Texas? Or?
No.
No.
It's like, Mexico wouldn't even fucking want to be like, no, fucking Texas. I don't know why I'm Italian. I'm like an Italian Texan.
I remember when Obama got elected his second time, Texas was talking about seceding from the U.S. And I was like,
Do it.
okay, go ahead. Fuck around, find out, see what happens.
Scientific method. 2 days later, we're out of cows.
Oh shit, we no longer have airports. We no longer have any military on. We have no funding for any there was
Currency.
no currency. Our money means shit. It was the same thing like with Brexit. It was like they did when they were talking about doing Brexit. Okay, well you've got a plan for all this shit that you're no longer going to have, and they didn't.
Yeah, fucked up.
And it fucked them up pretty bad. So when Texas was talking about seceding, I remember everybody was just like, yeah, ask the Carolinas how well that worked out.
Succeeding, not succeeding.
Yeah.
Like, their currency would be Texas toast. I don't.
Going back to using the peso.
Yeah, we got the. Fuck, can't even use that. Fuck, wait a second.
Start trading.
Are we illegal?
Start trading bullets as currency.
Yeah, there you go. That's a shotgun shell. That's at least worth 12 children. Texas is the one state, and I'm pretty sure does like, what are those things like when you trade something for a spouse? Dowries.
Dowries. Yeah.
I would not be surprised dowries are still a thing in Texas. Dowries and racism are.
I will say the N-word 7 times if you cut my grass.
Yes. Although, that's one of my favorite things about Family Guy. Favorite fucking bits ever was a real quick one. It was Abraham Lincoln. I don't know if you've seen this one. He goes into his neighbor. He's like, grass is getting a little high there. He's like, yeah, I used to have somebody do that for me. Dick.
Yeah, I do remember that.
He's like, you have a good one now. And I just one of the best fucking
So fucking, that was really good.
I used to have somebody do that for me. Dick.
One of my favorites from this past season was they were doing a thing about like taking down like the racist landmarks and stuff like that, like Confederate generals. So they were taking down the one of Pawtucket Pat because they found out he was a slave owner or some shit. And then Peter was like, what? Oh man, there's other things missing. Like, what happened to that statue of Father Touch Boys? What did he do wrong?
Father Touch Boys. Father Touch Boys.
Yeah, congratulations, Texas. You're the new Florida.
Nah, they're worse than Florida, man. Florida can still.
Florida's got Disney.
You can abort babies in Florida, but you gotta have an alligator do it.
At least promise the
I feel like all the doctors in Texas fucking probably, just because how they're doing with COVID and this abortion thing, probably played that game Operation. That's how bad they are.
That's weird. This Charlie horse doesn't look anything like a horse. Charlie horse is a muscle spasm, Mike. That joke doesn't work.
Oh, fuck. I want to tell you a joke. What was the joke? Fuck it. I forgot.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
We always want you guys to be a part of the show, so join in on the conversation. All you got to do is head over to our website, www.tblpod.net, and you can click on the blue microphone and leave us a voice message, which we'll respond to on the air. You can also use our website to access our official Discord server and chat with us and all kinds of other listeners just like you at any time you want. Once again, head on over to our website, www.tblpod.net. Again, if you haven't seen, it's hard to find, but The Family Guy, it was banned in the U.S.
I didn't see that.
It was a banned episode in the U.S. You can get it on a DVD, though. And it's because some of the cutaways they do in it are used in other episodes because they wanted to reuse them. But I don't know if I told you about it. It's like Lois's friend from college. Her and her husband can't have kids. Yeah. And it ends with Peter going, "We got the abortion." Credits. It's funny shit.
Today I was thinking about dark, like driving to work. I was like, what if I had to choose between my wife having the kid or her living or the kid living? Like, what do I choose? Like, I was literally thinking that on the way to work.
I can't even imagine.
I was like, what would I fucking do? What do you do?
Yeah.
I mean, most likely it won't happen.
Sure.
Because of modern day medicine, but like people still go through that decision. I don't know. I don't know.
No. Either way, it's a awful, terrible decision.
I know.
No one should have to make. Texas.
No idea what I was thinking when I was going to work.
I've had plenty of invasive thoughts, trust me, where I'm just like, why did I think about that? Why did I suddenly think about what would happen if I just, drove my car through the front door of work?
Be on TV.
Be on TV. It's true.
I brought the news to the news.
What's the thing from King of the Hill? It's like, Dale, we're stealing a news van. It's the perfect crime. How will they report it?
That's fucking funny.
I just got done rewatching King of the Hill on Hulu.
Never got into King of the Hill.
Oh, I love King of the Hill. It's funny.
I probably like at the time I didn't get the humor because I was younger.
Yeah, as a kid, it didn't do much for me.
Yeah.
But it's super dry humor.
Yeah,
but it's clever, especially like anything with Dale is funny as fuck. But
so like I've thought about going back and just like being like, oh okay. So I haven't caught bits and pieces where I was like, God damn, that's fucking funny.
Yeah, it was because for a little while we were airing it syndicated on one of our stations at work, and I was like, I don't remember the show being that fucking funny.
Because you're just a kid.
Because I was a kid. Yeah, I was into Simpsons and Family Guy, which were way different than King of the Hill. And I didn't grow up watching Beavis and Butthead because it's the same guy. But
Mike Judd,
yeah, or Judge
or Judd,
something like that.
Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd writes that. Yeah, it's fucking weird, dude. He's a softie.
I am the law.
Give me my purse or whatever. Fucking.
That's my purse.
Yeah.
I don't know you. And what's crazy is, like, all the episodes that I remember most vividly are in like the first like 2 seasons. Because I was going through and I was like, oh, I remember this one. Oh, I remember this one. And then you get to like season 3 or 4 and I'm like, okay, I don't remember any of this shit. All right.
Oh, random. Did you see the live action commercial for Rick and Morty
with Christopher Lloyd?
Yeah. I was like, motherfucker, that's fucking hilarious.
I love it.
That is spoil somebody's like, they're not doing a live action. It was just a fucking thing.
Know.
And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah.
But I'm also kind of like, could you?
Yeah.
Because now that I've had a taste, I want the whole thing. Yeah.
Damn, that'd be good.
I'm not, because they've put out a new season, haven't they?
I've only watched bits and pieces of Rick and Morty, which I love.
Oh, it's so fucking
It's
good,
so fucking funny. But like, I'm sitting there, I don't know.
Because it's Dan Harmon, who's the guy who did Community.
Yeah.
Which there's one episode where they just do nothing but reference Community the whole time, but it's fantastic.
Oh, really?
Where Rick's in love with this hive mind that's taken over an entire planet, and he's like, "All right, let's create a TV show about a bunch of friends in college. All right, now cancel it. All right, I'll bring it back again. All right, now cancel it again. All right, I'll bring it back again. I make him do it on the table. All right, I'm done." Which is exactly what happened with Community. It got canceled, brought back, canceled, brought back. There's this whole plot line because 2 of them had sex on a table, and they're trying not to tell anybody that it's the table they sit at every day. That they find out nobody wants to use the table anymore.
Oh God!
And the whole thing they kept saying throughout the whole series was, "Yeah, we're gonna get 6 seasons in a movie." Well, they had 6 seasons. We're just waiting on the fucking movie. Yeah.
I remember one time at my old job, somebody was like, "Can the security cameras see all the way in that back corner?" I was like, "That table?"
Yeah.
I'll always remember this. I used to work at a pizza place called Marion's. I'm not even going to try to rhyme anything. I was like, what? Like, I don't know. No, I can go. Oh. That's what I did because he was the manager at the time and his girlfriend worked there too. I was like, oh, I think you're good, Jason. I'm just going to throw his name out. He doesn't work there anymore.
Don't eat the sauce, kids.
It's cummy.
That's not Alfredo.
That's not Alfredo. That's semen. Would you like some of my sauce?
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
God, where'd that fucking come from?
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in 20 years.
No shit.
Fuck. Oh my God. Freddy Got Fingered, kids. Don't watch it. I mean, watch it, but don't tell your parents.
It's
you watch
not
it.
what you think either.
It's not what you think, even a little bit. It's once upon a time there was a guy named Tom Green, and Tom Green was a weird guy.
Remember his show? One of
Yeah.
my favorite things, he did a bit called Undercutters.
Yeah.
He'd follow a pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
And then he like tried to undercut the price. And all I have to do is bake the pizza.
Right.
God, that was so fucking funny.
I remember Family Guy, I think it was the spring break episode where they're like, we're going to cut away to Tom Green doing something wacky. And he's like laying under a cow drinking out of his udder. He looks at the camera and goes, am I famous now? Do people like me yet? Can I stop doing this?
Dude is fucking wild.
Well, fucking Freddy Got Fingered. He got ripped torn in that fucking movie.
Yeah.
He's a hard guy to get.
That's true.
But I guess he has a great sense of humor because he also did Dodgeball
Yeah.
and all the Men in Blacks.
Yeah. He's dead now. That's
He
sad.
is. That's a bummer. I liked him.
My favorite thing is about when the fucking Luck of the Irish sign falls on him. And what does Vince Vaughn's character
He's like,
say?
yeah, we'll be fine as long as we got patches.
Like a Hallmark, like a fucking, he says some crazy line about like a Hallmark card, like falling on patches. I can't remember what the line is, but I'm like, it's fucking funny.
I love that movie. That's,
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What the fuck?
I don't know. That movie sparked many a high school dodgeball tournament.
It did.
It did. We had one. My team fucking lost too. They put me and my nerdy friends up against, it was guys from the football team. One of whom the dude's name was literally Apollo King. And I'm like, I gotta play dodgeball against this fucking 8-foot motherfucker? Really?
Apollo King.
Jesus.
Like, I don't know. That was such a good movie, though. Mm-hmm. They don't do comedies like that much anymore.
No, that was kind of that was towards the end of that era because that was like right when Justin Long was getting big.
You don't. Well, I get like, there's no wacky like weird comedies that are just comedies that you're just trying to make people laugh. Is not supposed to be rhyme or reason
Yeah.
to anything.
Speaking of which, guess what I watched last night?
What?
Bo Burnham Inside.
Oh, dude,
I had a bit of an existential crisis watching that fucking
isn't
thing.
that's great?
It was amazing. It was
Like I said, I don't like Bo Burnham. We've had this discussion.
you don't, I do, and it was one of those. So I literally didn't know what to expect. All I had heard was the Jeff Bezos song and Welcome to the Internet, which are fantastic.
Yeah.
And my girlfriend had watched it, and she was like, "This fucked me up," and so I was like, "Okay." So she came over last night, so we were watching it, and I had to pause it a couple of times and just kind of sit and hold my head, like,
Really?
well, one because he edited all this shit.
Yeah.
So the one where he's reacting to his reaction of his reaction of his
Dude.
reaction, as an editor, that had me like pause. How?
Yeah.
Like it just. Oh my god.
I wanted to ask you about that. How is that even possible?
So the way he would have had to have done it is he would have had to had his whole thing scripted out and timed perfectly.
Really?
And then just shot the main one in its entirety.
Oh.
That's how he would have had to have done it. And I'm talking from the beginning, where it starts at the purple room to the end. He would have had to have that whole thing pre-written and timed. That's why I don't even know how many takes that was. And then you just take that video and overlay it into the video you're already in again and again. And that's why I'm like, all post-production, but the amount of, again, his timing would have to be so perfect. My only guess is there was probably like 100 takes and he had to find the one that lined up the best. Or he had like a timer and a stopwatch or something in there and keeping track of how far in. And I could be completely 100% fucking wrong. I don't know. It's that creative.
Yeah. That's like my favorite part too.
It's that one and
White Woman's Instagram.
White Woman's Instagram. I about pissed myself. That was funny as fuck.
But you can actually see him going through shit.
Yeah, like I had to do some research. And I was Googling it when we were sitting on the couch because after it was over, it was like I turned the TV off and I was like, I need a minute. Because I was like, okay, did he actually just live in that room the whole time, or did he actually? Okay, so he actually, because I could totally believe that he did.
Yeah.
And I guess he didn't. Like, he was, I guess, living with I guess he lives with his girlfriend or whatever. But I was like, but if you had told me he did, I would believe you.
Yeah.
Because he sells it so well that he's just been living in this isolation this whole time and slowly like losing his mind.
He does look like not losing his mind. Like
losing his grip.
I wouldn't grip. It's just it was the COVID. It was the COVID.
Yeah.
It was COVID, and so you just can't do as much. So you're kind of like just getting kind of depressed.
Well, I didn't know about him taking the break because of the panic attacks.
Oh yeah, I knew about that.
I hadn't heard about that,
Yeah.
so I was like, did that actually fucking happen? So that was part of the, I guess, how much I didn't really realize. But like when it shows the shots of him just like measuring the lights and writing shit down, I was like, oh my God, I've done all of this, and wanted to rip my fucking hair out. He did it and made a fucking Netflix special out of it, and it's
a great Netflix
it's
special.
so good. It's like when he's doing the thing where it's him sitting in the chair with his own video about why you shouldn't kill yourself projected onto his chest.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Ooh.
I'm trying to think of my favorite. There's this one where he does it with the lights, and he has like his phone behind his back.
Oh, and he's like moving it around him, and it's like
I can't remember. It's just really weird. It's just a really cool like visual it creates to where like he had to think all this stuff out, and I like in my head I'm thinking, how many times did he have to do this? How many times? Because it was just him.
Yeah, he was the only one in there, and also like I'm looking at the stuff he was using, and part of it was also kind of like, my God, the budget for this shit.
Oh, really?
It's so, like some of the shit that he had is so expensive. Like just some of those light things, the thing where he's literally got his tablet and like you draw to adjust the exact color of the light you want.
Yeah,
that is thousands of dollars.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me at all.
So stuff, even just that camera alone probably costs like $3,000. The cameras are expensive. But he used the same microphones that we do. So yay.
Boom.
I was floored at how good Bill Burnham's Inside is. Holy shit.
Don't like any of his stuff. I watched it because everybody loved it, and I was like, it's
not for you.
This is art.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Inside. That is some like New York art district thing you'd see like as a piece in a gallery or something like that, presented by a guy wearing a scarf and smoking a cigarette, one of those long ass cigarettes. Yeah. This is his soup can on a stool.
No, that he did not cut his hair or shave until the end.
That last song he's doing where you can tell it's kind of a rough haircut, and yeah.
He actually grew his. That's the thing too I liked about it. He actually. I'm pretty sure that part was real to where that was his real hair and real beard. But I do like at the end then it like switches back to like the beginning.
Yeah.
Before everything.
Yeah. Or when he like wakes up in the bed.
Yeah. It's great. Bo Burnham's Inside's great.
Yeah, if you haven't watched Bo Burnham's Inside, do it, but don't expect to laugh a lot.
No, I don't. And it really,
there was some stuff that I mean, like again, White Woman's Instagram, I laughed my ass off.
Welcome to the Internet
is funnier than fuck. The Jeff Bezos song is great. There are some genuinely funny moments, but a lot of it is just him just trying to process the world we live in.
Well, I think that's partially why I never like his other specials.
Right.
It's because like I felt like his other specials have to be like it's a live performance.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like you have all these lights and all that type of stuff. It's cool, but like it's not made to see live. Does that make sense?
It's all
not in that format.
Yeah, it's all spectacle.
Yeah.
Because he's a guy who got big on YouTube, and it's the epitome of a YouTuber taking their show into a live format.
Yeah.
This is kind of how his stand-up is. So yeah, you have like watching it live in a theater. I don't think would be as good as watching it like on Netflix.
That's what I'm saying. Is like Inside was made specifically for like it's not supposed to be. I don't know. I don't like the when I want to see jokes.
Yeah,
I don't want the other shit. I just want to hear jokes.
Whenever because Nick Kroll does that.
Yeah,
in one of his specials where like it interrupts the stand up with a bit with a scene, and I'm like, I don't. Is the scene funny? Yeah, but I just want to watch the stand up.
And so I think like his songs are good, whatever, but like I don't need like the flashing and all that stuff. I just want to hear the jokes of the song. So I'm like, okay, but I get why people like it. Totally cool.
Yeah.
But I think that's why I liked Inside so much is he was able to like, you're seeing it to how he wanted it perfectly done, and you're like, this is art.
Yeah.
This is actually art.
Yeah. It's not a comedy special. It's an artisan, high concept indie film by a comedian.
Yeah. And some songs are funny.
And it just happens to have some comedy in it.
Yeah, and then the lighting and stuff like that's so good.
The stuff like the first one he does where he's got that headlamp.
Yeah.
And looks up and hits right on the disco ball and it's going around. It's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so clever, like the stuff he does. I'm floored. Again, the production of the whole thing, I am floored. Or when he's got it's one of the last songs he does, everyone put your fucking hands up or whatever.
Yeah.
All eyes on me, where he's got the camera on himself and he's moving the camera around himself, but it's also being projected onto the wall behind him. And I'm just, oh my God. There's so much to unpack with it.
And I think it's crazy to think about in that he was ready to do comedy again, and then COVID happened.
Almost like the world was saying, not yet.
Yeah. And All Eyes on Me was kind of...
All Eyes on Me fucked me up a little bit.
Really?
Yeah. That one, because it's that like, I'm not okay, someone please pay attention to me and realize I'm not okay.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. That's a lot.
Wrestling and Bo
Burnham. Not the weirdest show we've done. I mean, fucking Panda Sex is still up there.
Panda Sex, motherfucker.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode of The Basement Lounge. If you guys want to know more about the show or get more involved in any way, shape, or form, head on over to our website, tblpod.net. That's tblpod.net. Leave us a rating and review on the reviews page and click the little blue microphone to send us a voice message. Let us know what you thought of today's show and share your thoughts on what we talked about. We'll see you guys again in next week for a brand new episode. Every Wednesday, 8 a.m. is when they drop. Until then, as always, live well, rock on, take care, and bye-bye.